Hello, my name is Dr. George Mochocki. Welcome to Week 4, Introduction to Business, offered online by Harper College, utilizing Blackboard Course Management System and, McGraw-Hill Connect. Okay, what do we have this week? I'm already in Week 4. I opened it up. Make sure you always print out, if I look at it, what's required for the week. Print this out. What we have today, we're going to be covering two chapters. Chapter 6 is entrepreneur, and Chapter 7, which is on leadership. I have two assessments that can be tied in together. It's going to be at the beginning. So remember, always print out this, what's required for the week. Look at the McGraw-Hill. You have only one McGraw-Hill. Learn Smart is worth 20 points. Not Learn Smart, the regular Connect. It's on presentation mode, and so it's worth 20 points. And then you're going to have one quiz. And the quiz that you're going to be doing this week is on Chapter 6, Entrepreneurship. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be worth 20 points. So remember, but this time I'm going to have some short answers. So you're going to have I think there's 11 multiple choice and about 3 or 4 short answers. So when you respond, give me more than just one sentence. Say, hey, here's the short answer. Respond to it, and I think they're worth like 3 points. So you should do pretty good on the multiple choice. I'm trying to give you all types of different ways of testing you and different ways of learning this material, others than just the basics. So remember, in business, we're always going to be looking at different approaches, different technologies, everything else to make you learn. Okay, so you have that, the two assessments. You're going to have 2 forums. Okay, each one, remember, you're doing real well with the forums. I think the last week forums, I think, was the best forums that you had. You're logging in on time. You're communicating well with everybody else. I jump in here every now and then, and you respond back to me. But the more and more, I'm always reading all of your forums. But I'm not I don't jump in all the time because I want you to learn how to communicate and network within other individuals, how you share information. Part of this class is to improve your written communication, improve your communication online, similar to what you'll be doing within, emails. Make sure you always use the person's first names. Try to start using now as you're talking more and more, start using for lack of better words, more of the concepts and more of the terms. Because remember, pretty soon there's some questions about your feasibility paper. Not this week, week 4, I think week 5 we'll start talking about your feasibility. What you have to do is come up with an idea, a concept. If you're working at a business, your regular business, a new venture, a new expansion, you're going to be expanding your business. So if you look at everything else, look at this, where the heck are we? It says feasibility papers and PowerPoint. You click on this one and it'll have everything you do. Next week we're going to talk. You have copies of feasibilities, other students that turned in, the first few sections. You have a PowerPoint. I'm not sure yet about the PowerPoint, but we'll talk about that. All right, so let's go back to week 4. Remember, we're back in week 4. What else do we have? You printed that out. You had everything else on here. You got the overview. You've got one McGraw-Hill Connect that you'll do. There's two forums. You have one quiz. Let's see, of week 4 assessments. Let's go this way. Okay, I just pushed this up here for you real quickly. Okay, 2 forums. Let's go into the forums. Now remember, you have the McGraw-Hill and you have the Blackboard quiz. This one's different. So let's go into the 2 forums. What kind of forums do we have today? You're gonna do, first of all, you're gonna read. You have 2 assessments. One's an entrepreneur. You're gonna click on it to see if you have the skills of an entrepreneur. So when you respond to this form, you notice one form and the subject matter say, hey, my entrepreneur score, and let's talk about it. And then then you go back in again, and you could do another forum thread and say, hey, my leadership skills, and here's what I think I need leadership skills. Okay, so you're going to go in there and you're going to answer 10, complete the 20 to 10 question survey, read the statements after the 7, leadership skills of today and leadership skills of one of from an entrepreneur, and see if there's any common thread. I said post your scores, and you can post your scores. Look, there's no right or wrong answers in any of these assessments. It just says that you have, because even if you've had a similar low skill, we could teach you leadership skills. Okay, when you take me for principles of management or some other courses or supervision. Now on the entrepreneur's assessment, just to see, do you have the entrepreneur what do you call it? How good of an entrepreneur you are. You know, are you a self-starter? Are you an innovator? Are you able to take risks? Are you looking at starting a project with very little information? All these same skills that you're learning as an entrepreneur, you basically need that if you're going to stay in the management and just be a manager and work your way up as a middle manager. Okay, so then you have this one. If I look at the two assessments, and then the other one, you have a water cooler. Remember, so this one you have to log in by Tuesday, like you're doing. It's a major one. I'm not going to go beat it. Go over it again. You already know what the requirements are. Always look at the rubrics. And the other one is a water cooler. Is 5 minutes. Or I could say, hey, Dr. George, I got no question, or Dr. George, I have a question. And when you place a question in the water cooler, put in the subject area, and you say no questions and no problem, you get your 5 points. But make sure you're still required to read, go back and see if what other students posted. You may be able to respond to the question because you read the syllabi, or you had me from another class, or you someplace you saw through the video. Hey, here's the answer. Do not always wait for me to give you the answer on that. You try to help each other, just like you would help other team members at work if you know how to help the resolution. Okay? So we have the water cooler. Now, let's go back in here, week 4. So you do the two assessments. One is worth 20 points. It's a regular full assessment. The other one's a water cooler, 5 points. But you still have to do some kind of response. Tell me, yes, I have no questions, or no, I have no questions. Even if you tell me you have no questions, you could always come back later. Hey, I just thought of another question as I read somebody else's, or I could help somebody else's, okay? So you have that to do connect. Here are your two assessments. You know, week 4 is the two assessments you need for the forums. Now, you're going to have one that's already all set up. Do you have what it takes to be a leader? You click on that, and I already had the links and everything. Oops, server not found. Oops, problem. Yeah, I'll make sure that one's working. The other one's assessments, entrepreneur, right? You'll go through this. I'll make sure I clean that one out to make sure I probably just didn't turn it on. But then I'll also put the, what do you call it, the website and everything on there. So you should be pretty good with the two assessments, okay? So we should be all set here. You got McGraw-Hill, the two assessments, the short lectures on that. They'll be a little bit late because I was having little issues, but I'll have those up hopefully by Monday evening. Okay, so we have everything else for this week. Good week. You're ending up with, I think it's 65 points. So make sure you go into the weekly module. Again, last time, and I'm almost finished here. Look at the overview, print out the overview, look at the McGraw-Hill Connects, worth 20 points on Chapter 7. You have 2 forms, a main one, which is after you complete the 2 assessments, worth 20 points, and you respond back, and you have a mini one. You have 1 quiz in Chapter 6. Only this quiz here will have some short answers embedded in it. It's, remember, Blackboard quiz is only a one-time deal. You have the 2 assessments. You click on here, and I'll make sure that they're both working. The entrepreneurship for sure, and I always put the web in there. If not, send me an email or say something else. Or there's an assessment on the leadership within the book. If you look at the book, you go in there, there's you could do it by a hard copy. Okay, and then the 2 short lecture clips on chapters 6, Entrepreneur, and chapter 7, utilizing the mind map. All right, so my name is Dr. George Mochocki. Welcome to week 4. You're doing well. You already have the process. Most of you are doing, I think, B's and A's. I got some C's. I still got a couple of D's, but that's because you're not doing a McGraw-Hill Connect, or you're logging in late for the forum. But the majority of the class, you're doing very well, and I'll see you in the forum. Again, my name is Dr. George Mochocki. Welcome to week 4. Introduction to business, and we'll be covering entrepreneurship, chapter 6, and we'll be covering chapter 7 on leadership skills. Okay, so I'll see you in the forums after you complete the assessment. Have a nice day. Bye.